The breeze of early spring always feels a little different. A gentle warmth touches the air, fresh leaves begin to whisper from every branch, and a soft sweetness drifts around like a hidden story waiting to be found. On such an afternoon, Ethan first met Olivia. Ethan was walking along a narrow countryside path on the edge of a quiet town. Around him, wildflowers swayed lazily, and sunlight filtered through the tall oak trees, painting the ground with shifting patterns. That's when he saw her. Sitting by the roadside, a light scarf in her hands, a small crimson blossom tucked into her hair. Olivia. Their first conversation was simple, just a question about directions. But within that simplicity, something unspoken began to form. Ethan couldn't explain it, but he felt an urge to stay a little longer. And Olivia, too, seemed in no hurry to leave. After that day, they started meeting often. Sometimes by the riverside, sometimes under the shade of an old maple tree, and sometimes along that same flower-lined path touched by spring. They talked about everything: little dreams, quiet fears, shared laughter, and the uncertain beauty of the future. Olivia would often say, "Spring is my favorite season. It feels like everything gets a second chance." Ethan would smile softly and reply, "Maybe that's why I met you this spring." Days slipped by faster than they realized. Their bond grew deeper without grand promises or dramatic words, just through silent understanding, lingering glances, and the comfort of simply being together. One evening, as the sky turned shades of amber and gold, Olivia grew unusually quiet. Ethan noticed and gently asked, "What's wrong?" She hesitated before saying, "I might have to leave soon, my father's job is taking us to the city." A quiet ache settled in Ethan's chest, but he said nothing. He just sat beside her, letting the silence speak for him. The days that followed felt heavier, even though they tried to hold on to their usual moments. An invisible sadness lingered between them. On the last day, the spring breeze felt sweeter than ever, as if it already knew it was a farewell. Olivia looked at Ethan and said softly, "If the spring breeze ever reminds you of me, just know that somewhere, I'm thinking of you too." Ethan smiled faintly. "When you're here, spring comes alive, and without you, it's just another season." Olivia didn't reply. She simply placed a small red blossom in his hand and walked away. Many springs have passed since then. Flowers have bloomed and faded countless times. But for Ethan, spring is no longer just a season, it's a memory of one afternoon, one girl, and a quiet love that found its way into his heart. Because some loves don't stay. Yet they return every year, like spring, in every whisper of the wind.